back. We are back with part 2 of episode 3 of Tales from the Rogues-Light Tavern, the original Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition dungeon crawl adventure. My name is Sven, aka Bakaran, the Bread Butcher, the Rogues Assassin. I am joined once again by my motley crew of adventurers, and I'm going to hand it over to the DM, Mark. Back to you, my friends.
So, as we left off, the Deep Gnome Druid, who is currently in Allosaurus, had just had his turn, and it was the Glabrazu's turn. This is the demon that these guys are fighting. So, we shall continue. First things first.
Straight back into that combat.
Silta, can I get another perception check from you, please?
Yes, sir. Any time. Coming right up.
Great. I'm going to call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, I want a perception check.
Yeah, you'll have it, mate. It'll be happening. There we go. Pretty decent one there. I'm just waiting for it.
So, you notice coming from, so I imagine you're face down towards this creature you've just discovered?
I'm a little bit, concerned about it.
Yeah, alright, so you notice sort of like, you feel almost some movement behind you, and you look to your left as a figure cloaked in dark robes with a crossbow just sort of appears from the shadows behind you. Points down at the creature and fires.
Ah!
So,
I like this guy.
roll a
Sure.
die.
Listen.
That'll definitely be a hit. 23. And some damage.
I don't take kindly to this competition to the assassin trait, though. Chilter, push him in.
Throw a croissant at it, man.
Right, so it fires a crossbow bolt that lands quite true, strikes the creature kind of in the joint, like shouldery, kind of almost shouldery bit. And then screeches out. I just need to check something.
Those DM descriptions in the almost shouldery bit.
Yes, the almost shoulder is not so good at these things. Let me have another look at the creature.
It's so visceral. It's like I'm almost there.
Yeah, well, no, actually, in the you can see on the image game log again.
Let's have a look at this guy. There we go.
The armored shoulder plate.
Yep.
On the shoulders, it sort of like sticks in between there, like not. It doesn't. It jams in between that the chest.
It finds purchase between two of the shoulder plates.
Yes, thank you.
And you can feel, you can hear the shoulder plates grind as they grind up against the crossbow bolt that's now lodged in its shoulder.
No. As we can tell, guys, I'm great at parrying stuff and then running some action. Sven's really good with his improv descriptions. I've got to say, I've noticed this throughout the games we've played. Thank you, Sven.
And it makes an unnerving humming sound in reaction.
Well,
sorry.
Yeah, there is somewhat of a drone coming from it that's it's a horror droning sound, but it's not affecting anyone yet. Alright, so next. That one's done. Almost at the same time, a second figure dashes up to the edge.
Ah!
No way. And takes a shot.
And they're all stealing your thunder.
Your volume's gone down a little bit, by the way.
Sorry, I'll move closer to the microphone again.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
You want to hear that bass.
I almost forgot something, so I'm just going to damage. -3, so I'm going to do to a 20.
Come on, come on.
17.
Let my next roll be blessed by the gods in yeast.
Alright, so I forgot about the assassinate trait, being that these guys have just joined the combat and this thing hasn't acted either. It's getting its auto crits when it attacks.
No, that's my thing!
Yeah, I know it's your thing, but these things are assassins, so it's also their thing. So I won't bother.
Well, I'll just go home then. See you guys later. Looks like you've already found yourself some new assassins.
These assassins don't worship bread, though, so...
Oh, that's true, but maybe I can turn them.
Create the cult of the bread.
Of course, there is always the problem that you can only really hear the voice of the gods in yeast when you're at death's door, unless, of course, you're a prophet such as myself. So, we'll have to usher them to death's door.
It is now the Glabrazu's turn, and it is going to
Continue.
something. It's going to shout something in Abyssal over its shoulder. Sven, you will understand this. Or yeah, you're close enough. It's not being exactly quiet. It's shouting out, "Help!"
No! Why would I do that?
It's talking to you.
He says in response.
Me. I respond, "Oh!" in my Allosaurus form.
And then it will take all 4 attacks against you. The only one.
Doesn't want to keep running away?
No.
Hand of the chest piece.
I don't know. Can try it. Does that spell make it keep running away, or is it one off?
It's just a one-off.
Lie.
These are tried and tested lying technique.
Well, I do believe a 17 misses.
17 just hits, actually.
Okay, excellent. Well, then that will be
I think that's me normal form now.
14 bludgeoning damage. So how much health do you...
I'll take 11 of that as real damage.
Okay. And that's its first attack.
Uh-oh.
Second attack.
Let me know what the hits are, because my AC actually goes up now that I'm in my normal form.
That's 28.
That does hit.
Yep. So
Oh no.
the 9 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And then it's fists. 18.
18 misses.
Okay. And second fist. Oh, you got lucky. 16.
Oh,
16 misses as well.
Attacks.
Skull, everybody, and posture check.
Oh yeah, someone been sitting.
So as the first attack hits Thur, he gets knocked back into his deep gnome form, gets smashed in the head, like a big groan, body like shrivels and shrinks and snaps back into the small deep gnome, and as his equipment kind of like starts to grow out of all of the fur again, backpack, clothing, whatnot, the only thing that he's kind of holding at the moment is the shield directly in front of him, and all the other 3 attacks then kind of smash into the shield.
Yeah, nice. Fuck yeah. Alright, so that is the Glabrazu's turn. Next up, we have the Shazme? Weird mosquito demon thing.
You could say that it's currently in and is called a chasm.
A chasm. Ah, excellent. Well, it's going to fly up towards the rather mean assassin, filled it full of arrow holes. Using its 50 of its 60 feet of movement. And does it need to get that close? Yes, it does. Alright, and then it is going to take its single attack against one of these guys. Wow. And it flies up, its wings buzzing, and this horrid drone coming from it, and gets close to one of these assassins, like lunges forward with its proboscis coming, just like darting towards this thing's face, and the assassin just sidesteps quite easily and drops its crossbow, gets its short sword out, ready to fight in melee. And that is the chasm's turn.
To make you feel better, I was just joking around, to be honest. But my inner OCD couldn't handle not knowing how it was pronounced, and so I quickly checked on D&D Beyond, and it is Chasme. You are correct.
Chasme, excellent. Okay, so next one. All right, so let's check in here. Yep. All right, and so out of the darkness, sort of back behind these other assassins, crossbow bolt comes flying out across the way at this thingy. Oh, that's right. Well, the thing has acted, so it doesn't get assassinate. It does get advantage though, because it's not being seen, so it will hit for that much plus that much. Oh wow! Probably a good thing you guys aren't having a days, to be honest. Because the Kazme does not look very good anymore. And obviously this will reveal the position. Another guy. So you can probably just see where that came from, so I will reveal that little section.
Thank you, sir.
Just see sort of like hiding behind some of the rocks there. Next. Oh wow. Okay.
So, if you are listening to this on Spotify, just to give you a little bit of an idea about what's going on, we have the party sort of split along the edge of a chasm. We have Baccaran and Siltzer towards the east. In the center, we have Klesh Pesadello and Zelnan D. Brabanian. And then in the southwest, within melee distance of the Glabrezu, is what was your character's name again? We've got a couple of assassins which have just appeared out of nowhere, and they're fighting the Chasme, was it?
Yeah, they've dealt more damage than our current party assassin.
Get out of here with that shit. Alright, my next attack's coming at you, though. And I think I get advantage because you're in melee with that. I get my sneak attack because you're in melee with the Glabrezu.
That's actually true. But before we come anywhere near that, another crossbow bolt comes flying out. But oh, wait a minute. Yep, and it does manage to find purchase. Damage. Oof. This Kazme is not looking good.
Thanks for the lurk, Bakes. Always good to see you, my friends.
I will reveal these other assassin tokens.
From the Valiant Odyssey podcast, by the way, guys.
Hey, man. Welcome. Zelnan, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, crap.
To clarify, it's pronounced Zelnan D. Bernardian.
Bernardian.
For those who know.
I'm sorry.
Now, to those who don't know him, it's, hey, what are you doing in my garden? What we'll do... Now, the rocks between Zell and... Now, this is getting a bit technical. Yep. I can move 40 feet.
Yep.
There's 40 feet directly between me and Mr. Biteface over here.
Uh-huh.
There's rocks in the way. How tall are those rocks?
Oh yeah, I need to bring those rocks. Look, I'm gonna say with a successful athletics check, you can terrain.
Okay. What about with a successful flying check?
Oh yeah, because you can fly, right?
Yeah.
Then you completely ignore them.
Cool. I was just making sure they weren't like 20 foot tall and had to go around them or something like that.
Yep.
No, cool. In that case, Zell is going to...
I mean, they're high, and they're pretty high, but well, they're high enough to give cover, but not high enough to get in you.
Cool.
With the winged boots that I happen to know, or I guess the winged flip flops I happen to need.
Correct. They were the first thing Zell's going to do is finish taking the swig that he's always been taking for the last,
couple hours.
Yeah, because he's been standing there doing nothing, so he may as well have been drinking.
While he's flying up there, we can see the bottom of your flip-flops. We can see that little Coke can clip that you use to fix your flip-flops.
Well, the thing will be, the first thing you'll see is actually you see him peel the double-sided tape off his flip-flops, which are water actually holding him to the ground. So, get to peel that off first, tuck it in the pocket.
Yep.
and make his way, whilst in a screaming mess because he is done fucking around. He will not be raging, but he'll be yelling incoherently.
Why won't he be raging?
Because of reasons.
Okay.
He won't be raging, however, he will be attacking recklessly, and he'll be making 3 attacks, 2 with his main hand and 1 with his offhand.
And that's why not the rage.
So this will be 2 attacks with Jackie D at advantage.
Come on, Zelnan, you can bring this Glabrezu down. I believe in you.
I mean, potentially.
Where's that crit? We've got advantage on the table, by the way, just in case.
He's already getting it.
Oh, he's already getting a reckless attack. Yeah, that's right. But we also have a guidance on the table there. Extra D4.
That hits Zell, by the way, that 26.
Cool. So 26, and there's a natural 20.
Yes!
Go.
It is over.
All right.
Good night.
That's 2 hits, and do you want to roll your thirds?
Yep. That's in a sec. So here's the crit damage first.
Yep.
Then the normal damage. So
Okay,
That
28
crit.
total.
that crit roll the damage. No, that crit didn't roll the crit damage. How rude.
It rolled 2d8 plus 6.
Oh, I did too. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yep, sorry. 1d8
You
plus
just
6.
rolled much higher on your
Yeah.
the other one.
And then we'll swing with the uppercut of Jimmy B. With advantage as well. And there's another 20. So
Oh,
Wow. Where were those rolls earlier on in the night, Zell?
yeah.
well, I was standing there confused as a bloody nutty.
Cheers.
15.
So
Well-
another 16.
You're officially no longer confused.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Baccaran, he is confused.
Okay, the Glabrezu is looking very unhealthy.
That's the way he should be looking.
That's why we like him.
Yep. And that's all that he can do, so he's going to hope this thing dies before it gets an attack because it's going to have advantage.
Alright.
And he'll be sort of just maybe like 5 feet off the ground for.
Yep. No rockets. Moving right along. Do thing here. Oh, yeah. You guys just might have gotten a stroke of luck. So, remember how the Glabrezu called for help before?
His fat ass is blocking the way.
Well, yes, and because of that, you see this other creature sort of come dashing around the corner, just howling. This haunting, mind-shattering screech.
Uh-oh.
I'll send an image to the game log. This is what you see,
What do I say? Oh, what the heck is that thing?
and
Nope.
it runs.
No, thank you.
It runs around the corner, gets up to this edge here, and
Would you say it's
It-
being
it-
edgy?
it's being very edgy. It's going to let out a bellowing howl as it tries to, maneuver its way around Glabrezu. Now, unfortunately, it's not the most agile. I mean, it's agile enough, but not in this circumstance. And it sort of slips on the edge, like one of its feet sort of just misplants and only half grabs the ground and sort of slips over the edge and it starts to slide down the edge. So its howl gets let out, but it falls as it happens. So
All
I'm
right.
going to let out a mind-breaking howl, which is a 60-foot cone. So it's going to hit the Glabrezu, Zelnan, and Thur. But then the creature is going to fall down into the cave.
So just for those people listening on Spotify, the creature that just came around the corner is some kind of quadrupedal monstrosity with like this leathery brown skin, a pair of like red glowing eyeballs, a huge like gaping mouth with like what appears to be a large skin sac hanging from the bottom of its neck, and
kind of like you'd expect on a toad or a frog or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Blood mangled.
It is horrifying. And it also fell off a cliff. So it's very clumsy.
But before that happens, I need a wisdom saving throw, and also from the Glabrazoo.
Are you serious? You let me have one round and then I'm straight back into wisdom saves.
I mean,
I will use my inspiration for this one, since I didn't have to use it in the previous one.
yep, sure thing.
I have inspiration too, don't I?
I mean, all you have to do is not roll shit. Like, yeah, you're fine.
All you have to do is be good at the game. Be good at rolling, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you all passed. So it was rather useless, and then it falls down the cliff. And what did I say? It was 50 feet drop?
I think it was like 80.
I heard a 300 at least.
Yeah, I think you said a kilometer.
Yep, rightio, guys. It takes 11 bludgeoning damage and plummets to the bottom of the chasm.
Is there more revealed, by the way?
Hey?
Is there more revealed?
Yeah, I'll reveal some more down here, so I can see over the edge and stuff.
You did. I asked how far that was. I think you said it was like 50 feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he took 5d6 bludgeoning damage.
And he took
Bow,
11.
bow.
That's a pass roll.
Yeah, I'll send it through in a sec. Let me finish doing this reveal here.
Just because I'm similar to Buckrun, as a deep gnome, I have 120 dark vision as well.
Yeah, it's dim light everywhere anyways.
Yeah.
Light than anything.
Easy.
Then from here, so there we go.
I also don't see the
That's the damage roll.
Howl's icon.
Ah, really? Okay, let me fix that.
I might have to refresh. Might just be that.
Yeah,
No.
you might.
You can also just drag, like if you use the select tool and just drag over the whole map and select stuff, it'll highlight everything, and it usually highlights stuff you uploaded yet.
Alright, so that is the Howler's turn. And next up we have Silza.
Fantastic. Okay, so Sulza is seeing a lot of things happening around him at the moment. This giant mosquito thing has just popped up out of this chasm, this gorge beneath it. The Chasme. And there's 4 unknown assassins that have just attacked it and pretty much reduced it to 0 just about. And we've still got the big ugly guy on the other side with the pincer things. What's that monster called?
Glabrazoo.
The Glabrazoo. Cool. That's right. And then the Howler has just fallen down the chasm. So is a little bit unsure at this point as probably what's the best thing to do or what's going on even. I think he knows that with his crossbow he can only sort of take a single shot, and he wants to get into the action a little bit more and show his superiority. So he's going to wild shape form.
Ah,
Yeah, I think it's time. The viewers need this.
you're right, yes.
He's going to wild shape form into the quartal, if that's how you say it.
Why is my monster folder empty? Do I have filters turned on?
First the D&D trailer with a owlbear, now you with a coatl. Mate.
It's all happening. Mark just felt sorry for me that everyone else could wild shape into cool stuff and I couldn't.
You can't turn into
Yeah,
monster things.
As Baka and the bread butcher sees you start to wild shape as well, he's like, well, if he can do it, and he can do it, and he starts tensing his muscles, he's like, come on!
He starts turning into a baguette.
I have a slight problem in that my loading.
What's not loading?
My monster tokens. Let me
Alright.
refresh BTT.
Okay, yeah, do that,
Yeah, do
see
that.
what happens. And
Doing this earlier.
in the meantime, Frost, why don't you describe what this wild shape changing looks like? What happens to
Yeah.
Siltar?
Sure. So as Silta starts wild shaping, his shoulders sort of crack out for a minute, and his arms start to extend longer, and you see feathers starting to form from it, and his legs tend to form together into one singular part of his body and extends outwards like a tail, and you see that he becomes some serpent-like winged creature that is of a largish size and has this glowing type of aura coming from the bottom of his yellowish orangish wing feathers that come out from the.
It is only medium, just so you know.
I know, but I'm trying to do it for dramatic effect.
Right, well, in that case, you know what? Fuck it, it can be large.
Cool. Okay. Everyone else was large.
And Baccarat sort of shields his eyes against this radiant effect coming from this creature's glowing forehead. He's like, he's turned into some type of winged serpentine creature, but I can't decide if it's large or medium-sized.
It's kind of somewhere in between.
You should have access to it. That block and be able to move.
Thank you.
Wow, look at that.
So he still has a bonus action left?
I would say so. Yes.
He still has. Does he still have movement as well? I think he does.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I-
100%.
So, as far as bonus actions go in his wild shape form, I don't think he's got a whole lot going on there.
Innate spell casting. So if any of those spells are bonus actions, cast.
I ran a quarter not long ago. I think you have Sanctuary and the Healing Word.
On the Kuatal,
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at its stat block,
they've got Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect.
Oh, look, I can open
And
this
then
you
down.
do have Sanctuary, which is a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, cool. We'll do that one then. Yeah, and we will cast Sanctuary.
All right.
I'm,
So Sanctuary requires a target, I do believe. Yep. Your water creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the watered creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or attack or spell. It doesn't protect the watered creature from area effects such as Fireball. If the watered creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature, this spell ends. It lasts for 1 minute. Is not concentration.
And there's no distance on it?
Its range is 30 feet.
30 feet. Ooh, okay.
So probably back around one of the assassins.
Yeah, I'm thinking one of the assassin closest to me. I will cast Sanctuary on it.
This assassin here.
Yep,
Yeah.
that one.
All right, sweet.
Ooh, look at that. You're so majestic.
Very majestic indeed. Trying to cast that spell, though, I'm just having some issues trying to get that out of the stat block,
All
as usual.
Did someone already apply? No, that's flame. I don't know why it has flame. We turn that off. Where's Sanctuary?
There isn't one, that's why I put that on.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All good.
Excellent. Sweet.
It's a blaze with radiant protection.
All right. Anything else? Silta?
Still has movement.
Yes.
All right, I think he's got 90-foot flying speed. I remember that much.
That he does.
And so he's going to, at the thought of his companions in trouble, he's going to move across the gorge, fly across that chasm, just above where the chasm fell down the chasm, behind the Glabrazoo, to take
What's
advantage
the
of
range on your dark vision? Oh, sorry, the Coatl's dark vision.
Ooh, that's
I think it has
Oh no, sorry, dark vision doesn't matter. So as you fly this way, you catch it. Give me a perception check.
It has true sight 120 feet, just so you know.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah, so it can see invisible.
All right, cool. Still give me a perception check.
coming right up. 21.
Yeah, cool. That's good enough.
Dirty 21.
So sort of down here-ish. Yeah, look, I'm just gonna do a little slice like this. You catch a glimpse of a looking creature with multiple eyes, sort of shrouded in a cloak. But it's only a very, very brief glimpse, and it doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Oh, a creature with multiple eyes shrouded in a cloak. It's another one of me.
Let me just reveal. Can you see the edges of that token now?
Ooh,
in the...
yes, I can.
Yeah. All right, excellent.
Ooh, looks
Can
very.
you see the whole token or just the edges?
Whole token.
Oh, I can see the whole
Okay,
token.
That's good enough. That's fine.
What the fuck is that?
Oh no, that's definitely not another one of me. That looks nothing like me, actually, on second thought.
It probably does not. Alright. So is that the end of your turn, Silza?
That is the end of my turn.
Alright, where did you move? Oh, you went and got in behind that guy. Nicely done. Alright. Next. This guy is going to go there. Hide him, and we're going to have another crossbow bolt flying at this mosquito thing. Just need to do that with advantage.
Oh no, not Nicolas Cage.
Oops, wrong one. It'll still work. Yeah, that'll hit. Damage. Heal. Sneak attack. Oh wow. Is that enough though? Nope. Alright, the Casme is still holding on, but
What's it holding on to?
Its sanity and its life.
Ah, I can relate to that.
Now, retroactively, Froth, can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure.
I really hope you make this.
So do I.
Take
Is
the
it,
take the guidance
is
if
it
you
a-
want.
Is it a spell or a magical effect?
No.
I'll
thought
take
about
the
it.
guidance then.
And then he decided, nah, I hate you.
Or the advantage
I
if you
was
want.
actually just reading. I was actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
you're
we go.
fine. You are
That's
absolutely
funny.
fine. So the Casme, the mosquito creature, lets horrid droning sound. Yeah. It's just like this thing. And as you go to just before you go to transform, you feel it kind of getting in under your skin, but you shake it off, and your turn happens. Yeah.
I got pretty thick skin on the scales.
Yeah, now just checking something. Okay, yes, so Clash, I also need you to make a Constitution save. Yep, you're also fine. You feel that drone starting to try and penetrate and get into your mind, but it does not succeed. You are both now immune to that effect. Kind of just blocked it out.
Just for clarity's sake, do I need to make that as well? I feel like I'm just as close as Clash is.
Check here. Not yet, but on your turn you will.
Alright. Okay.
Yep. All right, Clash. It is your turn.
I'll move 30 feet towards the Glabrezu and viciously mock him.
Oh
Using
no!
crab hand.
No! No, you're not.
I will. Wisdom saving throw, sir.
Oh dear.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Fuck's sake. So, okay.
It's nearly a flesh wound.
Magic resistance. That's going to be a 20.
What were the two rolls?
They were 16 and plus 7.
Alright, I will silvery barbs then as my reaction.
Ah, these bastards! So I've got to take 10.
You roll another dice and choose the lowest.
Oh, out of the 3 or out of the original one?
It says when you succeed, re-roll that d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay, re-roll that d20, so I'll roll more save, which is a nat 20, so either way. So Silvery Barbs has no effect, correct?
Yep.
Right, and so, hang on, I've just had a mind blank. What would we do?
Oh, you know what?
Vicious Mockery.
Oh, yeah, and he passed the save, and yeah, alright, all good. And Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, table set. What was that d6 roll for?
That d6 roll was for the wild magic surge to see if we surge.
Ah, when we don't. Okay. No, Walkers then. So anything else?
No, that's me.
Nope. Alright, back around. Constitution saving throw, please.
Thank you for the posture check, my good friend. Good night. I'll see you on Thursday.
Cheers, guys.
Alright. What are we up to? What's happening? Talk to me.
Con check from back around.
Oh, con check from back around the bread butcher.
Hey, sorry.
Alright. I still have an advantage on the table. We'll see if I need to use it or not. An 8. Alright, let's use that advantage before you tell me what the result is. A little bit better. 13.
So it's a really good thing you used that, because it was the difference between you falling unconscious for 10 minutes.
Yep. I know.
Yeah. So you're now immune to that drone effect. And you're free to continue.
Right. Oh, I had the wrong one sitting on the table there. Anyway, get rid of that. Okay, so I am free to go. Looks like the Glabrezus are pretty well in hand at the moment, with a flying serpent creature, a raging barbarian with a pair of magical bottles of alcohol, and a deep gnome surrounding it. That creature's a bumbling idiot that fell off the cliff, so I'm not too worried about that. So, is there a possibility that I can find somewhere to hide, maybe behind some of this rocks to my north or something like that?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
As a bonus action, so yeah, he'll take a couple steps over that way, and I'll give you a stealth check, eh?
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, it was on a 19, and then it rolled to a 9 for a 19.
Still good enough.
All right, and now I'm going to take a shot with my short bow, my bow of shortness, at the Chasme.
All right. Yep, go for it.
Let's take this guy out of action. So with advantage, because I'm hiding, I imagine.
Yes.
Alright, so natural 20. I'm going to roll you the damage, just because I want to. So that's 12 points of piercing damage, and...
Yeah, sneak attack.
There we go, that's more like it. 22 points of sneak attack damage.
Alright, so you pull back on the drawstring of your bow, you let the arrow fly, and it's right past the ear of the assassin in front of you, and pierces straight into the Casmaid's eye socket, and hits with such higher head explodes.
And I look towards the other assassins and I say, You might want to write that down. Maybe take a couple of notes. That's how you do it.
And its lifeless body collapses. Chasm. So, anything else for your turn?
A bonus action. I could move. I am going to move. So I'm going to say I can probably move up to the edge of the chasm to there. And maybe actually I want to gauge these new assailants. And I imagine I can probably see five-eyed weirdo down the bottom there too.
Yes, you can see him. He's not paying attention.
He's not paying attention? Okay.
No.
So can I do maybe like a free insight check on these assassins? See what their deal is?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. There you go.
You've had enough time to observe them.
Alright. Insight check. Coming up. 10.
Okay, so you can tell that they are human.
Mm-hmm.
Despite them being wrapped there, their figures, they very much look human. They carry themselves like... you can't really get a gauge on their motives, but you can tell from... They are...
You cut it.
Oops, sorry. You can tell that they are no friends to the demon. And as you slay the beast they were just facing, the lead one, the one here closest to you, gives you a nod and then points down the cavern and across the chasm to the Glabrazoo and the Howler.
And in response, I mimic writing something down in a notebook.
Yep, cool.
That's the end of my turn.
Is that a thieves' can't thing?
No, that's just me telling him to take notes, just to drive home the point.
Excellent. And then with that, this guy here is going to do 30 feet that way, and then dash and 30 to up there, and then this one here is going to follow 45 and then heal up, get himself to there.
Ooh. Thanks for joining us, SW33T_AS2. Having a bit of combat, man. Thanks. So sit back, relax, enjoy some D&D goodness.
I have screwed up. Those guys don't move yet.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So before we get to another figure emerges from the shadows over here and moves up this way.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, so this guy, how am I gonna do this because he's not a thing. Give me 2 seconds.
Give me 3 if you like.
Yeah, I might need 5.
10. How's 10?
That'd be better.
Alright.
Going to grab something.
Give us a little description. What does this guy look like?
I'm just grabbing a thing to describe so I can remember.
Okay.
It's an image. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so this guy again, also human, hair, dressed in sort of like his bottom half are leathers, but
I don't know why it does this. Now you keep cutting out. I don't know what the deal is. Every time you go to describe something when it's something important,
this better?
it's like, yeah, that's the one. Give that a go.
okay. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So yeah, he's got like red leather, like dyed red leather slacks and boots, thigh pads as well that have got like white trim on each hip. There is a so it has some handly looking things. Any of you come from that has firearms, you reckon?
You're still cutting out, Mark.
Jesus Christ.
It's I think it's Discord, hey, but we got most of that. They've got some the handles of firearms sticking out.
Is that any better? Like, is that a bit better like that?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So I think what's happening is I was too loud. Discord expression.
Still got a couple of clips there, mate.
All right, how's that? Better?
Yes.
So far.
All right, sweet.
Go
Clean
with
up
that.
that.
Okay, so red leather pants with.
Oh, hello. I like him already.
with like red also leather thigh guards with like white leather trim and strapping. A pair of holsters on his belt, empty, in his hands, which are gloved, like they're sort of like guns, finger covered, but the rest of it in his gloved hands are pistol king implements, I suppose, with blades attached. Has 2 barrels, the other kind of thing. And then like red and grey, like metal breastplate, shoulder pads, and then a gas mask with sort of headgear kind of thing, and close cropped hair. And like he's not being messing about. He's pretty serious. He's like, he approaches quickly, and he says in common, help at last. I'm fighting these demons for I don't know how long. We're trying to get out of here. Could help us away. That much appreciated. And he says that to Baccarat, and waits for your response.
Baccaran turns back towards you. He pulls out a piece of bread from his Hessian bag and he holds it up. And he says, have you heard the good word of the gods in yeast, my friend? Because I come to share it with you.
He turns to his team, Assassin, and this one. We should just go. And he will hold an action to fire with one weapon. Comes threatening to see what. And with that, it is Thur's turn.
I was trying to draw it to save some time, but I couldn't manage to get it. He shrinks back into his normal form. Oh God! Okay. So it's like tensing his butt cheeks, trying to wild trip again. Before it happens, a little bit of something soggy comes out instead. And in the surprise of all of it, accidentally casts Call Lightning. And so, could I please get a 60 foot radius or diameter? Let me just quickly check. 60 foot radius, so 120 foot diameter. Circle of lightning, and can I have one end being at the Glabrazoo, going all the way over as close towards, just like there, because I want to get.
I feel like that's too big.
That's the side of it.
Let-
Call lightning, 10 foot tall, 60 foot radius cylinder.
60 foot radius. That's massive.
Yeah. This is
so
cloud. This is the radius that the clouds appear, and then I can then lightning bolt in that radius.
Centered on the Glabrazoo?
No. So I want to have the furthest side on the Glabrazoo.
Yep.
And then it going down past him. I saw the chasm, to avoid metagaming, Thur's reasoning with this, I guess, with accidentally casting it. The chasm was over there, this thing's fallen down the hole, he's up against a wall, so he's having one end of the circle up against the wall, and then just going as far, to the southeast as possible with the rest of the circle.
That is going to cover Silsa, Zelna, Glabrazoo, the Howler, the dead Kazme, and the other creature that is darkness.
Lovely. So crowds start appearing just
Delete all of these other AoEs. There we go.
just to put on the ceiling that you can see the rocks, clouds starting to form in pockets, and then eventually covering the entire ceiling of the cavern we're in. And after that, I'm gonna use bonus action to turn back into the Allosaurus with my combat wild shape.
And as these clouds are sort of forming with this crackling electricity arcing through them, I imagine it sort of lends itself a little bit towards the just ethereal weirdness of Baccaran holding up a bread roll and just cackling madly at these assassins.
Oh yeah.
The other thing was, as the clouds appear, and Thur is back in his form with a roar from the Allosaurus, finally being epic rather than just a joke. A lightning bolt is going to strike down from the clouds at the like spine of the Glabrazoo. So I'm going to do it because it hits 5 feet, and then everything around within 5 feet. So like what's that? 3x3. So I'm going to do it on the backside, so it doesn't hit me or Zell. It is going to hit the Quaddle, but both of you need to make a dex save.
But is the Quaddle flying? Quaddle?
Yeah, how high up did you say you were, Broth?
I didn't. I just flew straight across. So I might be like 5-10 feet, or just kind of like at head height with the Glazabaroo, whatever it is.
You're probably
Glabrazoo. Yeah, I'll be eating it for sure.
Yeah.
But you roll with advantage because of your spell left, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Dex save, please.
Roger that.
DC is 16.
With advantage, of course.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't get boosted dex saves on this guy. Ew. Get him an advantage anyway, but that's not... Oh.
Goodbye.
How much damage does this spell?
13 lightning damage.
Come on,
Really?
get out of here. Come on. 13 hit points left?
It's still standing.
Oh, come on.
Just.
What's the save?
Dexterity.
No, but what's the amount?
16.
Cool.
So you'll find, so you take half, so it's half if you pass, so 6 damage. But that's the lightning starts crackling, the roar comes out, turning back into Allosaurus back with the 4 hit points. And that's going to be Th's turn.
That's it. Next up, we have 2 assassins in a row. First one's going to fire a crossbow bolt at the Labrador. It can see that it's nearly hooked it. To hit. Yeah. Got some bad news. The bolt flies straight past the Glabrazoo, and I'm gonna have to roll this guy.
Be right back.
What's your Coattle's AC?
AC is much higher than whatever you're dishing out. No, it's 19.
Okay, you're going to take 4 piercing damage
What?
from the light crossbow that came from across the chasm and missed the. He
From a
rolled that
light.
one.
Oh, how much damage was it, mate?
4.
You're welcome. I'll take it off. Thanks, buddy.
Excellent. And the other guy, he doesn't hit any. Those assassins were useless this round. Apparently, can't hit shit. And it is now the Glabrazoo's turn. Now, it's quite aware that it's pretty fucked right at this point in time. It is going to go ahead and cast another spell. Weave some words together and some hand action. As a result of this spell, it is going to attempt to leap into the air and fly across the chasm. 40 feet of movement. Can I get opportunity attack, please?
Oh, you most certainly can.
It can fly.
It can when it casts the fly spell on itself.
Nice.
I think I miss.
There you do.
17
Zelman doesn't
result.
though. Zell hits, and so does the coatl form of Silta. So highly doubt I need to get you to roll. Alright, so both of you at the same time. Zell, I imagine you're left. And the coatl's just having a bite or something?
Correct.
Yeah, both of you at the same time, like the bottle smashes into this thing's face, and then the coatl takes a big chunk out of its abdomen, like straight out of its guts, and it just like screams, collapses down, lands on top of the howler. So 1, 2, 3.
That howler's not having a good day.
No, it's really not. Yeah, the howler takes another 17 points of damage, so it's like down to that much, I think. And the Glabrazoo is now dead.
I would have laughed if that killed it.
Yeah, right.
It comes in, falls off the cliff, and then the Glabrazoo falls on it, and it dies.
Don't worry, it has a lot more health.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is the end of the Glabrazoo's turn. Well done, guys. That's 2 demons down. Next up, we have these 2 assassins that tried to move before and couldn't.
2 to go, apparently.
They were going to go there, and this one was going to... This one? Oh no, this one didn't move yet.
Let's change that.
That one and that one, yes. So they run down to... Actually, no, they're just going to come across here because they probably don't... Oh, yeah, they probably don't need to do more. And they're both going to take shots. They will be at disadvantage at the howler because it's prone.
Poor little guy.
Yep.
What do you ever do to them?
Well, it's a demon and they don't like demons.
Fair.
Racist.
Oops, that should not have been an advantage. So I'll take the 19 instead of the natural 3. So that's a hit. 4, 5 pissy damage, and then disadvantage. And that's a miss. So we say 5 damage on this guy. That's the end of those assassins' turns. Following that, it is
Zelda.
Yep. So Zelda is going to gently plant his favourite thongs, just above the ground and scoot down the cliff face, looking as awesome as he can, or as awesome as he thinks he is.
Yep.
And he's going to make 3 attacks at this thing at advantage because it's prone and he's melee.
excellent.
Let's do that at that. So Jackie D comes out twice. For a 20 dice. 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Looks like it'll hit. I'm just a check.
Wow.
Yep, that's a hit.
17 to hit, which will take 10 damage. Not raging, so just 10.
Yep.
Second attack. I'm going to shoot 27 hits.
Yep.
And then swinging in with the matching pair of Jimmy B.
So 24 damage total so far.
Yep. Then another 21 to hit.
Ooh,
Good.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
For another 12.
36. Let me just do some math.
Nice. So what kind of damage do your bourbon bottles do? Are they D6 or D8?
D8.
D8.
Yep. You could almost say I could be versatile with them and hold them with 2 hands if I wanted to.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
They're really, you know the bottles you get that are in the like 4 litre sort of swinging.
Yeah, those ones that you sort of tip over. They got like a little pivot point.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
definitely bludgeoning damage then.
Oh, 100% all day, every day.
Yeah. But magical bludgeoning, obviously.
Yeah, I mean-
otherwise the bottles would shatter if.
I mean, I'd imagine getting smacked in the head with one of those things would be a pretty magical experience.
Right. So the howler's really not having a good time at the moment either.
And that's all of Zell's movement. Where are we? You know what? Let's err on the side of caution, and we will use.
As a barbarian does.
Yeah, well, a barbarian is not currently raging, does that's for damn sure.
This is true.
We'll use our movement to get back up the cliff face. So
Yep. Now, can it take an attack of opportunity while prone?
it can, but at disadvantage.
Okay, well, it will do that.
It's welcome to try.
Yep. Oh, sorry, I rolled that the wrong way around. Yeah. I don't think a 9's gonna hit you somehow.
9 is oftentimes less than 21, so no, it's not.
Yeah.
But not all the time. Hey, this could be one of those times.
Exactly,
Yep.
that's what I clarified.
Yep.
It's fine.
Alright, so it is, however, I'm guessing that's the end of your turn?
Yep, that's it.
It is, however, its turn. So, check here. 40 is going to spend half its movement to get up. Prone, it has 20 feet left.
At the bottom of this chasm, what can it do?
Yeah,
It's 50
not-
feet down.
Oh, hang on, I need to roll. Nope, doesn't get its howl back, so all it can really do at this point is, once the lightning fades again, we got 20 feet to there, and then it's going to dash. Oh, hang on, 20 feet to there, and then it's going to dash. And taking
Ooh.
and that will be its turn. Alright, I'm just going to work us through the rest of this initiative order, and then it is midnight, so...
Alright,
Siltza!
yeah.
The Coatl, what do you want to do?
So the Silta, the Kawato, is going to come straight down. He's seen that this howler has started moving across, and going to fly down the chasm. Just checking my distance here, and we'll be right on that. It's gonna, as before the clouds were stirring above and the lightning just struck, and it sort of just coiled around where the lightning was coming down, and managed to take a chunk out of the side of the Glabrazu and take it out. It's now continued its course down, like just sort of gliding down and diving, and then following the air cushion, is, I guess, at the bottom as it spread out its wings and just shooting across towards the howler, and it wants to come up on the top of it, and it's going to try and constrict it with its...
Excellent.
Yep.
As you come over here, you do know full glory. I'm going to send a picture of it through to the
Alright.
log now.
We'll describe it. Oh my god, we're seeing...
a very large multi-fiend of indeterminate origin. One of the arms sticks out the front of its chest, and it's got another set of, or two more sets, like left and right, two on either side. It's in a long...
Something is screaming with a bloom to me.
Yeah, it's like this tall, like humanoid, like grey skinned, and he's got 4 sets of arms where a normal person's arms would be. He's got like one sort of sticking out of his chest, and each one of the arms is sort of ends in this like 3 or 4 pronged sort of like gnarled
the center
fingers.
arm has 4 fingers. Center arm has 4, and 2 fingers and a thumb.
And he's got like 2 sets of eyes on either side of his face, and then one vertical one right in the middle, and he's wearing like these flowing green robes with like this dark green sort of artistry just embroidered into it.
Yeah.
You may recognize it as well if you do ever watch the stream as a Magic Gathering card.
Ah.
Okay.
And I don't like its flavor text if that's what it's going to be like a creature. Its flavor text, oh, You're paying for my wisdom. You'll get no better deal.
I love that artwork though. That is amazing art.
Yeah,
So if
it's
you're
good,
not watching
yeah.
this on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify or whatever, make sure you check out the YouTube because the artwork is just awesome.
So it has obviously now it's noticed Silsar fly up to this howler. The howler seems to have avoided it entirely, and it's standing there. Each of it, the two arms on its side, sort of like its hands fold across its chest and its lower abdomen, like just its hands folded like this, sort of like resting, and then the central one kind of is like has fingers pursed across its lips like this, and it's just watching. So, would you like to continue your turn?
Devon's
I
just
think,
said contrite attempt to seduce the creature, so that's going to be our plan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I really want to see that happen. That's going to be.
I think my wisdom's too high for that.
Okay, constriction.
As Zelman / Quartal, sorry, in its now serpentine winged form, comes down to constrict the howler. It does notice the many armed, robed figure in the distance is quite put off and misses the constriction, I assume, and just tries to pull back behind the howler to wait and see what's happening and what's really going on there.
Mhm.
And that would be the end of its turn. And I dare say possibly, I don't know, it'd be good
Probably the end of its
to the end
life
of
too.
it. Maybe, yeah.
All right, no wuckers. We have an assassin up next. It is going to. Got going on here. Yep, it's just going to take a shot at the howler, seeming to be not phased by the green robed creature, even though it can probably quite obviously see it. Where are we going? Oh, stat block. Okay, now remind me, ranged attackers, if they have a ally in range with their target, do they get advantage?
No,
Is
just
that how
sneak
that-
attack.
no? Just sneak attack? Okay,
Just sneak
yeah,
attack.
sweet. So attacking, that is an 18, that hits. Damage. Oh yeah, decent. Plus that damage. 12 to 21. Oh, yeah, the howler's looking quite a bit more unhealthy. And then Clash, it is your turn, buddy.
Yep, I'll move up to there. I'll spend my action to tap on my Rhythm Maker's drum, which of course gets me to regenerate 1 use of Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
And
So what you're trying to say is you're setting the mood.
I'm making sure that I've got as much opportunity to not die.
Clash walks in holding a box of pizza and a suspiciously new added moustache.
Oh, I like that base.
Look. if
Please
he turned
tell
up
me
with-
It's a
turned up
stuffed
with a pool
base.
cleaning net over his shoulder, like a pool cleaner's net, I would have given him advantage, but no, sorry.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Well, at the conclusion of your turn, the Daemagoth floats forward or walks forward or whatever it is. And just have a
Oh,
look
you've got too
here.
many arms and too many eyes. I see a running theme here. How many? Well, you know what? Don't worry. We'll find out after I kill you.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, cool. That's good enough. It points at. That's about the sound it makes as it points
That's
with its central arm at the howler. It makes that sound, and then out of nowhere, the howler just explodes. Seltzer, you get covered in gore.
So glad I didn't constrict it now.
Yeah. And then the Daemogoth turns to you and says, you might be just the ones I'm looking. And with that, do we want to continue, or do we want to see what happens next time?
Definitely need to be popping off. We've got some stuff planned up coming up soon. But I'm definitely keen to see what comes up next time.
Sweet. Well, let's call it there. Thank you, everyone, very much for sticking it out. It's been a pretty late one. No one died. Yay.
Early
It was,
days.
Yay!
yeah,
I'll
very...
point out there that not only did no one die, Zell didn't get hit once, nor did he
I
miss
know.
an attack.
Barely
Excellent.
lost HP.
Hashtag Moon Druids.
Amazing. Yeah. Also, back around the Bread Butcher, not 1 point of damage, didn't even get attacked as far as I can tell, so...
Also,
Ah.
dealt not 1 point of damage as an assassin, repping it.
Not through lack of effort from the GM though.
No, he
And
gave
with
us a
those-
good run. That magical
those-
darkness, that got me sweating for a second there, but unfortunately, yeah, it's a concentration spell, so he managed to get rid of that. I was
I
looking
didn't
through
even-
my
I didn't
inventory.
even-
I was going to mess it up. If it had stayed up, I've got daylight.
Yeah, dude, that darkness spell is actually like, that's one of my favorite tricks. I used Shadow Sword effective, and I didn't even click until halfway through the fight that it had the darkness spell
I know.
and True Sight and could do that.
I do that all the time when I'm DMing, out of the abyss or anything like that. I start
Yeah.
when I did that. What was it? The lobster creature, and I was like,
yeah.
I didn't read that it had the 10 feet of reach. I was like, I could have just gone up there. I could have just grabbed her and killed her. But anyway,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Sometimes creatures make mistakes, and I feel like that just works in sort of with like the gameplay. We make mistakes,
Yeah,
the creatures
totally.
make mistakes, and it just happens.
That's it. They're not perfect.
So, but other than that, I mean, guys, what do you reckon? Good episode. Good episode.
Fantastic
Lovely.
episode.
All right,
I've got to
well,
say,
the-
when Clash came out with those drums, I was totally getting those Toto Africa vibes happening.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing Baccaran, the bread butcher. There's still a lot about his backstory and his character that I would like to bring out. Did everyone hit the story beats for their characters they wanted to do?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is drunk, hits things with bottles. Yep, I nailed them.
So Christian hit me up last week to let me know about his little rhyme. Is that what we should call it? His chant beforehand. So yeah, that was awesome. I love the way that turned out. I want to say a huge thank you, obviously, to our resident DM, Mark Hillman, DM for
Not a
Tales from the
worry.
Rogues-Light Tavern. I want to say a thank you to all of my fellow players. This is the first time I've got to play in one of my streams, so it's been a lot of fun. You guys are amazing, funny people, very descriptive and everything, which I really like. So it was awesome. It was awesome playing with you, Zelnan. It was awesome playing with you, Froths, Christian, and Contrite. It's been amazing. Guys, if you're still in the chat, make sure you check out, first and foremost, Mark Hillman Music.
On Twitch and Facebook and all those good places.
If you have an event coming up and you're looking for a musician, he's the man to talk to. Get in touch with him, let him know. He travels, he plays gigs and all that kind of stuff.
I do commission sound work as well, so if you need sound effects or anything like that, hit me up.
If you're in the market for some awesome minis, or if you want to check out a mini painting stream, the guy to my over this side is the guy you want to check out, Froth's Minis. He's on Twitch, he's on Facebook, he's on, I don't know, everywhere.
Yep, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, Mark, I'm definitely going to have to hit you up with some music. I have spoken about it in the past. Been too busy painting miniatures, on stream,
Yeah.
getting that set up. So
I've actually just booked my first commission for George over at Dungeon Room.
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue. Make sure you check out the Dungeon Ruse, especially if you're here in our hometown of Townsville. If you want to play some Dungeons and Dragons in real life, the Dungeon Ruse, of course, they have the Dungeon Ruse podcast, which you can find everywhere where you can find podcasts. But they also run games just down the street from here, from where I live, and they do IRL games, and you can meet the guys from the Dungeon Ruse podcast and play D&D with them. Of course, we need to do a huge shout out to big friend of the channel and someone who's appeared in some of our previous streams as well, our 50 Shades of Grey matter. I'm talking, of course, the always eloquent Christian from Hermes D&D Services. Where can they find you, man?
For those of you that are listening to this podcast, I'm currently picturing like Blue Steel from Zoolander. It was a lot of fun playing. I am on all the socials as well. Most of it you can just find under /HermesD&D. So Facebook /HermesD&D, TikTok, all that kind of good stuff there. But Facebook's probably the main one. But yeah, it was a lot of fun playing. Keen for part 2 as well. But yeah, there's a lot of things coming up for all of us. If any of you that are watching this are in the South Burnett area, we actually are running a stall over Saturday and Sunday at Bacon Fest, running bacon-themed Dungeons and Dragons. And I've got the Sizzling Hydra and the Peanut Warriors and a bunch of cool things. So definitely come and check it out on Bacon Fest.
Do you have is heart problem one of the conditions, homebrew condition you can have?
Cholesterol.
Yeah.
Cholesterol and that 20 from the baker.
And that's a good segue. Zelnan, man, what do you got coming up? You got anything that the people need to know about?
We transferred from cholesterol talking to me. I'm feeling a bit attacked. Is there something I'm supposed to know about? No, I've got nothing going on. I just hang out with nerds on the internet playing D&D when I get the opportunity to do so. So it's very much appreciated. So,
man,
bringing up Zel, this is where we're going to have the intervention.
It's always awesome to have you on board, man. You're an absolute legend. Your role play is top notch. Your what's the right word? Creativity when it comes to weapons and characters. I cannot fault you. I seriously regret saying that your ability to make characters is not up to scratch with your Scottish accent, because it definitely is.
Look, if we could have had a Rocky style montage the last 2 weeks, it would have been me just working on this one character over and over again, just so I could make the same decisions all over again. But I have a good pleasure to play, so I always enjoy coming along. So.
Waiting for the comedy channel to start up.
Keep your eyes on our Discord channel, man. If you ever see us organising a game, feel free to put your hand up and join us. Contrite, what do you got coming up, man? Anyone, something people need to know about?
No, just simple life. I'm looking forward to round 2 in the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. And on that note,
round 2.
Yes.
The next usually scheduled date for Tales would have been the 13th of August, but I'm away at Rootbound Festival in Ingham, playing some music and doing some sound engineering there. So we're going to aim for the 10th on the Wednesday night, if anyone's available. We will attempt to continue this session, but if not, I have other can slot in that are keen to come along, and I will work out some story method of getting them there.
that might be something that I have to talk to you about as well, because I had someone else and I kind of forgot that they wanted to run a stream as well. So I'll talk to you about that, but we'll see what turns out.
We can always put it into the next week or something like that.
Exactly. Well, keep your eyes on the socials. I'll put it up on the Facebook and all that kind of stuff, especially on our Discord channel. That's where we do most of our planning. So guys, make sure you check out our link to Discord, which is on Twitch. Jump in there when we're organising games. That is open to everyone to apply to. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not ready for a stream or whatever. It's just like any old game at home. Sit down, play some D&D with some good friends, and have some fun. Of course, we have every second week Tales from... Oh, not Tales from... That's what we're playing right now. Out of the Abyss we have happening every second week. That's our long-running, persistent campaign of the official Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition module, Out of the Abyss, which Mark is a player in. So if you want to see him as a player, make sure you check that one out.
I was very successful in the last session with my new character. Exactly what he was supposed to do. He healed like a boss, didn't attack a single thing, but kept everyone alive.
And we have a brand new limited run series of Call of Cthulhu that is titled Shadows of Despair. We had our episode 0 for that last night, so check out the VOD for that one. And make sure you join us on the 12th of August for episode 1 of Shadows of Despair, which is going to be run by Keeper Alicia. I'm a player in that. Aaron from the Valiant Odyssey podcast, he is going to be a player in that as well as Grace from Out of the Abyss, and a brand new face, Becky. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that one. So on that note, thank you very much everyone who joined us for this stream tonight. We love you.
Guys.
Make sure you keep spreading the word of Crit and Miss and D&D as a whole, because it is amazing. It is the best game in the entire world. Thank you very much, guys. Big round of applause. Good night, everybody.